In today's video, we're going to find out who has better music taste once and for all between Ant and myself in a playlist battle. We've done free smokes before, songs going head to head, albums, rappers. But in today's video, for the first time ever, we have 7 different playlists that we had to curate with all predetermined themes. For example, gym songs, summer songs, etc. And they all had to be 20 songs, no more, no less. We have no idea what each other brought in as playlists, but we're going to be competing head to head, and you guys will let us know in the comments after each round who you think put together the better playlist, and Nick is also going to share his takes on the mic. But let's do this, Ant.
Let's do it, all right? So how did you treat this? Did you choose the most popular songs? Did you choose ones that you think resonate with you? Because I have a lot of material here that people might not even know of, to be honest with you.
I mean, I definitely wanted recognizability. I feel like if you're going to win people over, I mean, by the time this video comes out,
this is not an ox battle, though.
I know, but I'm just saying, not everyone. By the time that people make their verdict, not everyone will have the time to check out your underground low-key song. So yes, I do have some stuff that people maybe have never heard of, but for the most part, this is recognizable shit. This is stuff that people could throw on the aux, and I think that that's where playlists really
strong,
end up shining the most. But let's get started. The first playlist for today is going to be songs that will blow up your speakers.
Songs that will blow up the speakers, right?
So yeah, my approach, listen, songs that have really extreme bass and songs that bang more than Charlie Sheen. That's the vibe with this. That is the vibe. That's what I went for here. Right? Let me get started. I have Take a Step Back by Ski Mask, The Slump God, and XXXTentacion. Then I have Look at Me by XXXTentacion. So with those 2 in a row, bro, some of the most distorted, like, fucking off the charts drums. And that's that whole, like, mid-2010 SoundCloud era. That's where you find those types of banging songs. After that, Dior by Pop Smoke. Then I got Remember by Pop Smoke. After that, We Getting Money by Chef G. Kind of went on a bit of a drill run. Hot Boy by Bobby Shmurda, which is a perfect gap going into trap now with 7:12 p.m. Future. Meg Gala, Gucci, and Offset. Plain Jane by A$AP Ferg. Lord Pretty Flacco Jody 2 by A$AP Rocky. The Motto, the bass line on The Motto is stupid. Drake and Wayne. Then that brings me to 1,000,000 6 Foot 7 Foot by Wayne, back to back. Then I Ain't Gonna Hold You by Jeezy. Put On by Jeezy. Then I'm a Real One by YG. In the Club 50 Cent. Can't See Me Tupac. Forgot About Dre by Dr. Dre. And Still Dre by Dre and Snoop Dogg. So the sequencing was all intentional there.
So you went for sequencing on this one.
For sure.
Let me ask you something, okay? So looking at this playlist, do you think you just went for like the biggest trunk rattlers of all time type of thing?
That's really
like,
what it was.
Is this what you're bumping? Like you're bumping Look at Me in the aux?
These are the biggest trunk rattlers. Like these are the songs that are truest to that theme for that playlist. And I will play some of these, all of these songs actually, yeah.
Yeah, I took a bit of a different approach with my stuff today. I tried to choose some shit that was original and that actually played into my curation, or else I'd be lying to you guys. This is actually my rotation.
This is a fabricated playlist though, technically.
Yeah, but this is my playlist. Like for a lot of these playlists, these are my playlists.
You already had a playlist for songs that'll blow up your speakers, you're saying?
Yeah, like I already had crazy mega banger rock songs. Like, this is shit that I'm bumping on the weekend.
Anyways, yeah.
I didn't try to make this playlist just to please you guys. I think it would be a bit disingenuous. So starting off
disingenuous.
Thank you for the correction. All right, so first one, A Milli by Lil Wayne. I've said this before. I think it's the perfect song to test your car speakers. I think it's his biggest trunk rattler, his best aux song ever. Self-explanatory, we both have it. Next up, For Real by Lil Uzi Vert. This is a fucking aux song, bro. You get the Bobby Critical production. The bass on this song will absolutely destroy your car speakers. We've tried it before. It gets absolutely stupid. And we actually had the opportunity to thank Bobby Critical for this beat back in Atlanta of 2022. So a bit of a personal connection there. Next up, Kobe by Chief Keef. Bro, the bass on this is absolutely insane because the bass line kind of like extends. Like the 808 is just fucking super long for nothing and it will destroy your house. Next up, Like That by Kodak Black. Bro, the drop on this song is absolutely gross. You get like this 3-time sort of like note that comes in and then bang. Song starts off, goes absolutely dummy. Next up, Get the Bag by A$AP Mob. Bro, the bass is so dirty on this song and it just feels like you're getting fucking decked in the face every single time you're getting it. And I really wanted to include something from the Cozy Tape series because I feel like That's a lot of good aux music, at least from my aux rotation on that end. Next up, Christopher Walking by Pop Smoke. I've said this is his best ever song. I think it plays up next to a Dior, and a bit more of an original pick, in my opinion. Next up, Now by Young Thug with 21 Savage. Bro, this beat is absolutely stupid. I added in my top 10 Young Thug songs. You're getting these haunting keys that are coming in. You're getting this mega bass that just fucking rips it apart. And you're getting two great verses from both Young Thug and 21 Savage. Dark Knight Demo by Trippie Redd. The drop on this is ridiculous. Then after that, Free Smoke, the boy won the drums. Stupid. This song is absolutely stupid. Then after that, Black Flag Freestyle. I have Roll in Peace by Kodak Black featuring XXXTentacion. Backseat Freestyle by Kendrick Lamar. Mercy by Kanye West, Big Sean, Pusha T, and 2 Chainz. Many Men by 21 Savage and Metro Boomin. Brown Paper Bag by Migos, super underrated Zaytoven beat. Absolutely destroys your car speakers. New Level by ASAP Ferg, explosive record. Trademark USA by Baby Keem. Digital Dash by Drake and Future. Put On by G-Eazy. And
Okay, we both have Put On.
Then after that, Still Tippin' by Mike Jones. Those are what I have.
Yeah, listen. I can't say there's misses within your playlist. I don't think there's misses in my playlist either.
I think these are all great. I think when it comes to these types of categories, we got pretty much the same shit. No?
Yeah, for the most part. It's a lot of the same songs. But yeah, listen, at this point, guys, what we're going to do is show you guys both playlists on screen at the same time so you guys could decide who you think had the better playlist in this round. Obviously, I'm going to argue for mine. I had the intentional sequencing. I like the fact that, like, sometimes when I'm listening to a playlist and there's multiple artists, I like to catch a vibe with an artist and like stick with them for a bit. And that's something that I did here with 2 X songs in a row. Let's say 2 Pop Smoke songs in a row. I feel like my playlist is just maybe a bit more fluid. That's what I want to say.
I don't like repetition in my playlists, especially when I'm trying to set a certain vibe. And considering that it's 20 songs, I try to make every single pick at least diverse in its own way. I think that I have the classics like a Millie, for example, or a Put On, but I also have some original picks like a New Level, for example, or a Get the Bag that'll go absolutely crazy. I have stuff from different eras, and I think at the end of the day, like, it depends what you like. If you like a bit more diversity, you go for mine. You like a bit more of consistency with 2 to 3 track runs with the same artist, you go for Louis.
I think I have more diversity than you do, bro.
Well, naturally you can't. If you have like 2 or 3 artists that have multiple songs in a 20-song track list.
I have I have artists that have maybe 2 or 3 songs. But that being said, in terms of eras, I have 2015 SoundCloud rap. I have drill music. I have trap music. I have old school gangster rap. Like I've gone everywhere with diversity. So.
Yeah, but at the same time too, what I'm saying is that you suffer a bit in diversity by having 2 or 3 songs from the same artist multiple times.
That's fine though.
But if mathematically though, it doesn't add up because you're attacking the same sound. What I'm saying is that I have more diversity because I only chose 1 artist per selection. That's where I wanted to strive on this one.
You in that one area, sure, but there's more to diversity than just choosing all different artists. But Nick, who do you have here?
I'm actually looking at them both now, and I'm like trying to pick them apart. I mean, I have personal flaws with both of them. I'm not the biggest Ski Mask X fan, so I mean that on your playlist, Lou, is genuinely not something that I would play. Trademark USA on yours, Ant. I know a lot of people love the song. There's this screech in the back that just fucking hurts my ears every time I hear it. Ant gets the win here. 1-0 for Ant.
Next up, Late Night Drive playlist. This is a classic.
All right,
all-time classic
you're
playlist.
starting this one up, correct?
I'm going to start it off. All right, so Swangin' on a Westheimer by Don Toliver. That's my favorite Late Night Drive song of all time. Keeping It Up with Don T. Drugs and Hella Melodies featuring Kali Uchis. Then I have What to Do by Don T and Travis. This is where Travis kind of gets a layup into the playlist. Astro Thunder. Then I have Through the Late Night. Then I have Impossible. Then I go into a Drake kick with Not You Too, The Motion. And after that, I have Outside All Night by Brent Faiyaz featuring A$AP Rocky.
A wonderful song.
Moving on to after Outside All Night, we have Too Fast by Sonder, which was Brent's original group. After that, we're kind of going into an R&B kick. We have Nights by Frank Ocean. Moving forward from that, Don't by Bryson Tiller, one of the best R&B songs ever. After Don't, we have some Kate Renata making an entry with Gray Area featuring Mick Jenkins, and then Seemingly. After that, we have Headshots by Isaiah Rashad, kind of going into more of a chill vibe. Dapper by Domo Genesis featuring Anderson .Paak. If you guys haven't heard this, you'll want to add this to your Late Night Drive playlist. Then Jet Fuel, Mac Miller, Working Out Jid, and then ending off with some Smino with Wild Irish Roses and Polynesian. And listen, for me, again, especially with a Late Night Drive playlist, to me, there's certain artists that have mastered that sound, and that's why I want to have them more than once, like a Drake, like a Don Toliver. So
There we go.
that's my
Am I good to
playlist.
go on to mine? All right, let's do it. First up, Woods by Mac Miller off of Circles. Like the first 2 minutes of it is instrumental and it's just beautiful, bro. You're just floating when you're listening to this record. One of the best off of Circles for me. Next up, Interstellar Love by Thundercat. That bass line is incredible for a Late Night Drive song, and that whole album is very nocturnal. Swangin' on Westheimer and 2 a.m. did a bit of a back-to-back on Life of a Dawn. I think those are the best Late Night Drive songs on that said album. Next up, Moon. I was trying to find like a little Don T vibe there. I love that little run of Don T songs. After that, Cinderella. Future, Metro Boomin, Travis. I think it was the best Late Night Aux song of last year. Next up, Not You Two in the Motion. Two of Drake's best Late Night Drive
We
songs.
both had those.
Absolutely. Next up, ADHD. Classic GTA 5.
That's
You're
good.
driving at night. Goes crazy. Beautiful production. Next up, West Savannah by Isaiah Rashad featuring SZA. Beautiful record. Impossible by Travis Scott. Busy Sirens by Saba, bro. This is an underrated Late Night Drive song. It's smooth jazz hip hop with wonderful writing. Gets you in your introspective bag. Acid Rain by Chance the Rapper. Very nocturnal, melancholic sort of Late Night Drive song. After that, I have Working Out. I have The Waters by Mick Jenkins. I have What's Up by A$AP Rocky. I can't believe you didn't put that in for a Late Night Drive playlist. I thought that was going to be a lock on yours. After that, Nautica by Currency featuring Made in Tokyo. Crazy stoner song, just something that you could ride out to. After that, Clouds by J. Cole. Recent pick.
Really? Late night?
Yeah, bro.
I
Because
don't know if that fits
it's
late night.
It feels like a dark track itself. It's very hazy. Then after that, Out of Sight, Out of Mind by J-Rock featuring J. Cole. Love that for Late Night Drives. And then after that, Snakes by Joey Badass. Classic jazz hip hop that I love to play at night as far as the record goes.
Okay, so this time you did take the approach of like, let me have runs
Yeah,
of
because
artists.
like you said though, it's hard because you got to find artists that strive at night. Like for me, I can't choose Lil Wayne to play like a
for
Late
sure.
Night Drive songs. You know,
You
like
can
I think
still
there's
choose
certain-
20 different artists. I'm just saying, it's not a bad thing sometimes to have more from one artist.
No, but I'm not saying in that instance I felt like it was more fitting. In this, like I wanted to include Don T and Drake.
yeah.
Those are like my Late
I
Night
get
Drive
you.
artists.
I will say this. I think you didn't miss in terms of like putting a single weak song in there.
Mm-hmm.
These are all songs I would listen to. That being said, the only like nitpick that I'll take is that there are certain songs like a Clouds, like an Out of Sight, Out of Mind that I don't consider late night. I feel like a couple you missed the mark on like capturing the mood of late night.
No,
That's the
for
only
a
thing I'll
Clouds, bro,
say.
Like Get Fried with the Homies, bro, and like going on a Late Night Drive with that. Like it's such a wonderful song,
To
bro.
me,
And
it's more of
even-
a kickstart to your day of like the extra energy to like
no, but
get
it's meant
started.
to be. It's meant to be like a stoner / like relaxed, end of the day type of record from J. Cole. I guess.
Relax with him rapping as fast as he does in that
Yeah,
track.
but it doesn't mean because you rap quick that it means that it's somber. Like
I
I've used this song for Late Night Drives, in my opinion, for Clouds. I think it's wonderful. And then what was the other one that you had a nitpick with?
Out of Sight, Out of Mind.
Oh, it's a
It just
crazy
doesn't
Late Night
fit
Drive
like
song.
the most. Like I don't think of
Yeah,
Late
but it
Night
doesn't need
Drive
to be.
when-
You don't need like psychedelic like production to be considered like a Late
didn't
Night
say
Drive
that.
song.
I didn't
It's
say that.
crazy
I have
record,
songs that
you
are
know?
not psychedelic on here, but
All right, Nick, what do you think?
We showed both of them on screen, right? Everyone got to see that.
Yeah.
everyone's gotten to see both playlists at this point.
I'm giving it to Lou for this one, so it's 1-1 in my books.
Okay,
All right,
there we
Let's
go.
keep going. Where do you want to go next, Lou?
Next up, we have gym songs.
Gym songs.
So this playlist for me, it's like you want to feel like you're Game 6 LeBron. I don't know if you obviously have seen that meme.
Yeah, for sure.
You want to feel like Game 6 LeBron versus the Celtics in 2012. And for me, when I'm at the gym, like sequencing doesn't matter that much to me. Like I just want audio roids. That's really what it needs to come down to. You just want to be dialed the fuck in. So here we go. I'm starting off with Ali Boumaier by The Game. That's one that always get me hyped, especially like when you're starting a workout. After that, moving on with more Game, Red Nation featuring Lil Wayne. I think that production-wise, getting that like chant atmosphere is perfect. After that, Best Rapper Alive by Lil Wayne. Following that, Takeover by Jay-Z. After that, Who the Fuck You Think You're Fucking With? I'm the Fucking Boss. Hustlin', Rick Ross. Moving on, Patiently Waiting by 50 Cent featuring Eminem. After that, we have Lyrical Exercise by Jay-Z. Following that, some more classic hip-hop with We Gonna Make It by Jadakiss featuring Styles P. Then Put You on the Game by The Game. I have a lot of Game in here. I think he makes great workout music. Then Forever by Eminem, Drake, Ye, and Lil Wayne. After that, I have I'm a Boss with Meek Mill and Rick Ross. I'm forever going to think of it as the DJ Khaled meme song, but I'm still able to rock out to it. Dreams and Nightmares by Meek Mill. Intro DMX. Grinding All My Life by Nipsey Hussle, another artist who I love playing in the gym. Let's Go Key Glock. Still in the Paint, Denzel Curry. Till I Collapse, Eminem and Nate Dogg. Crocodile Tears, J. Cole. 151 Rum by Jid. And You Don't Even Know It by Black Hippie, that remix.
Crazy
That's what I
playlist. All right, so this was a classic gym playlist that I had created, and now I kind of like modernized it a bit with some new selections that are a bit more general. So there's a lot of classic records on here, but I feel like I added new modern records to also make it feel a bit more fresh, but they still play into the same thing. So original picks here, at least in my opinion. Classic gym playlist. First one, Boom by Royce da 5'9". Explosive record, crazy for the gym. And I always resonated with 90s music as far as, slapper. Triumph by Wu-Tang Clan. Crazy record. Everyone likes working out to the Wu. After that, Made You Look by Nas. Explosive record, bro. Very vicious performance. After that, Running by the Game featuring Tony Yayo. That's a crazy performance. One of my favorite off of the documentary. Catch Me in the Hood by 50 Cent and G Unit. The Setup by Obi Trice. Mass Appeal by Gangstar. No More Pain by Tupac. The Mob by Lil Wayne. Child Support by Ice Cube. Ridiculous beat. Half on a Sack by 3-6 Mafia. Crazy record. B.O.B. Bombs Over Baghdad by Outkast. Explosive record. Business by Eminem. Lyrical Exercise by Jay-Z. Still Tippin' by Mike Jones. The Enemy by Big L featuring Fat Joe. March Madness by Future. Many Men by 50 Cent and Dreams and Nightmares by Meek Mill. Let me send these over to Nick and let's see what he thinks.
Okay, so it's more of you had more of like a classic. You said you modernized it, but it felt more vintage.
Like I added like a Dreams and Nightmares in there,
Okay.
like a March Madness, because I felt like they play to a similar aesthetic that the rest of the records do, and I removed certain ones that like I'm just not going back to as much within this playlist. So that's what I like to work out to. This is my personal choice, and
There we go.
I think I got some original picks here. So Nick, what do you like, man?
Well, let's just show both of them on screen so they could see it side by side.
Yeah, let's have this pull up. Some similar picks. I think we
Dreams and
both had
Nightmares.
Lyrical Exercise as well.
No, you had Takeover.
No, I had Lyrical
Oh,
Exercise.
you had both of them. You had that and Takeover.
Yeah, I had that and Takeover. Yeah.
We both had some game material. We both had.
Do you have any
Dreams and Nightmares.
DMX?
I don't have any
No?
DMX in this
Okay.
playlist.
DMX is fucking great for the gym.
Then after that, you didn't have any Gangster. I had Mass Appeal.
That's a good pick. I didn't have any Gangstar, no.
Catch Me in the Hood, 50 Cent and G Unit. Wonderful record.
Yeah, I'm going with Lou here, man.
Okay.
All right, let's keep going with this. What do we got next?
So technically 2-1. Next up is going to be Summer Songs. So yeah, man, for this one, I will say this. It's majority hip-hop. It's not entirely hip-hop, but there's kind of like songs that just blend well with the hip-hop tracks that I did choose. That's the best way I could put it.
I'm going to keep mine a surprise.
And to keep yours a surprise? Okay.
I think of house parties. And I
Thinking
think
of
of my
house parties?
childhood.
I'm thinking of just like cruising in the car, windows down, the beach vibes, parties for sure, cookouts, that whole kind of setup. Starting off, you got to have Calvin Harris in here. He's the king of summer. I have Slide and Rollin'. Amazing. Some of the best crossovers of sort of like house pop with hip hop. Next up, Feels Like Summer by Childish Gambino. After that, Passion Fruit by Drake. That's his best summer song to me. Following that up with some Thames. You got to have some Thames in a Summers playlist, replay. After that, Sundress by ASAP Rocky. Moving on, some more Gambino with Witchy with K Tronada. After that, Pick Up the Phone. This is going to be a summer classic forever for me. Thug, Travis Quavo. Summer Love by Justin Timberlake. One of my favorite summer radio bangers ever. Then, some Empire of the Sun collaborations. I got The Thrill by Wiz Khalifa. Following that up with The Spins. I could have gone with like the classic Empire of the Sun like original songs, but I'm more on this as of late. Ride With Me by Nelly. Then I have Dangerous by Cardinal Official and Akon. Must. Return of the Mac Morrison. Tints, Anderson .Paak and Kendrick Lamar. Flights Booked by Drake. That's my second Drake.
Honestly, never mind. Makes a playlist. Great.
Flights Booked, baby. Summer by Brockhampton's next. It's a Vibe by 2 Chainz. Get Lucky Daft Punk. And Back on 74 by Jungle. There you go.
W. All right, let me go on with my playlist. Feels Like Summer by Childish Gambino. Start off the playlist on a high note. Title self-explanatory. You're the One by Kaytranada featuring Sid. Ultimate summer banger from Katra. Slide by Calvin Harris. Sundress by ASAP Rocky. Pursuit of Happiness by Kid Cudi.
Nice.
That's like the ultimate summer house party, late night banger, end of the night, everyone singing together.
That song could almost fit into like every
Yeah,
playlist that
absolutely.
we've said so far. A song that will blow up your speakers, a fucking late night drive song,
yeah,
everything.
Young, Wild and Free by Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa. Then we
Nice.
transition into there. Then after that, The Spins by Mac Miller and Empire of the Sun. Same selection. Electric Feel by MGMT. All-time classic. Walking on a Dream by Empire of the Sun. So I actually wanted to get some solo records in there. After that, Safe and Sound by Capital Cities, bro.
That's nice.
That's a nutty song.
That's a
bro.
goated pick.
Rock Your Body by Justin Timberlake, another summer record that goes crazy at house parties. Make Love by Room 5, a recommendation that we've both given on the audio pod. Music Sounds Better With You by Stardust.
Nice.
Promiscuous by Nelly Furtado. World Hold On by Bob Sinclair.
That's a good one.
Beautiful People by Chris Brown. After that, Hey Sexy Lady by Shaggy. The Night Out by Martin Solveig. Right Now by Akon. And then Move Your Body by Nina Sky.
W's.
I tried to like 2000s, like you're playing this at a house party, it's going crazy, you know?
Yep. All
That
W's
was,
to me.
That was my playlist. Nick?
Let's put on both playlists on
Yeah.
screen right
I
now.
always
Give you
forget we're
guys
showcasing the playlist.
give you guys the chance to look at both. Definitely some songs in common. The Slides, the Feels Like Summers. You need to have those,
You do.
bro.
I like your playlist. I'm not gonna lie to you. I also like the tin selection.
This is really preference based. You have more of an old school, and I have more of like a modern mashup with some old school 2000s. Maybe yours is more focused. Maybe I can give you that compliment. Maybe. I don't know.
Nick, what do you think, man?
Yeah, Ant has more of the old school for sure. Looking at both of these
Yeah.
right now, and
That's where you're at.
I'm a bit more old school right now,
There we
bro.
go.
So that's going to Ant. What is
There we
it?
go.
2-2?
2-2.
2-2 at
Okay,
this point.
next playlist is
Fifth
gonna
round.
be the best of Metro Boomin, and I made it was late at night when I was cooking this up, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to bother the guy, but I made two different types. I didn't know what you wanted to do. I have one playlist that's literally only songs from Metro albums. Then I have another one that's all of his credits included.
All of his credits included.
That's the one you wanna do?
Yeah, for sure. Why not?
Okay,
More diversity. Okay, go for yours, Lou.
I'm gonna go for mine.
I think they're gonna be very similar though.
All right, I'm gonna start off with Father Stretch My Hands Part 1 by Kanye. Then we're gonna move on to We Don't Trust You with Future. Then we have Ric Flair Drip. So we're kind of starting off with like the high octane bangers. 3500. Then I have my Digital Dash coming in there. Then I have Like That. Then I have Space Cadet. Then we have Superhero. Then we have Met Gala, X, No Heart, Tunnel Vision, Still Serving. Thought It Was a Drought, Trance. Then we kind of get a transitionary moment with Feel the Fire, Takeoff, and Rocky. Then you move on to some vibier songs, Too Many Nights, Heartless with The Weeknd, Low Life, Future and The Weeknd, Given Up on Me, then finishes the playlist by The
Wonderful
Weeknd.
playlist. So what I tried to do is what's his best ever beats in my opinion.
Okay.
And so what I did was I also revisited the bracket that we did for Metro Beats. And I'm like, okay, like I could actually go on something that we both unanimously agree with. So this is the playlist for myself. We Don't Trust You is gonna start it up. Then after that we have Low Life. We have Father Stretch My Hands Part 1. Then I go on a bit of a savage mode run here and I do No Heart, X, and Glock in my lap. Then after that, I had to get Navraj in here. I put up.
No, you got, okay, up. Okay, it's
Yeah,
up.
okay, bro, it's
I
up.
thought it was gonna be a perfect timing song.
it's
which
up.
Okay,
It's up. So then after that, I do Met Gala. I have Space Cadet. I have Superhero. Ric Flair Drip. Dope Dealer by Schoolboy Q. All-time
That's a good
Metro
one.
Boomin beat for me. Tunnel Vision. 3500. Jumpman. Feel the Fire. Mamacita. Thought It Was a Drought. Too Many Nights. And Swangin' on Westheimer. I think Swangin' on Westheimer is an all-time Metro beat. I love that production.
I didn't copy any song on any playlist.
Oh, you didn't do that?
That was my strategy with this, but yeah, it's fair. It's fair game.
I went for the best of Metro.
Yeah.
In order to go for the best of Metro, I had to take his best selections.
I'll say this: the one song I missed was Mamacita for sure.
Yeah.
That's one to have. I don't know.
It's like low-key the same playlist.
Yeah, it's low-key the same playlist. I like my sequence though because I have like the high octane shit and I transition into some slower vibes. I like that.
I went on some sequencing stuff as well. I tried to get in like more of like the excuse me, the Savage Mode stuff at the beginning of the playlist. Went
Yeah.
for a little 3-track run over there, and then I went for some collaboration stuff that wasn't on his personal stuff, like Up and Met Gala. So that was kind of like my sequencing behind
But
it. And I don't
guys,
trust you first.
lists are on screen right now. Let us know who had the better playlist this round. And yeah, this is one of those playlists where it's like you can't use the most creativity. Like you kind of have to go with the best of an artist's catalog, and we kind of see eye to eye on that. So they are very similar at the end of the day. But Nick, what do you have?
Honestly, both of these playlists are super similar, but just because Ant has Navraj on his list, we're giving it to Ant. This
Nav-
round.
I got the Up and I have the Mamacita picks.
All right.
So where we at next?
Next up is going to be songs that make you levitate.
I thought, bro, this is my favorite playlist.
Songs that'll send you to heaven. This is my favorite playlist that I curated, and this is the one that I'm maybe the most confident in out of everything that I put together today. And a lot of songs and artists that you guys might not recognize. I will say that, but it's still like the way it's sequenced, the variety of eras and genres. I cooked here. That's all I want to say.
I think I cooked as well. All right.
I'm starting off with an all-time classic. When I think of a song that makes me levitate, I always go here. This is 90210 by Travis Scott. Needed to be on there. Moving on from that is How You Feel, Travis and Quavo. Following that is Gravity, Brent Faiyaz and Tyler, the Creator. Moving after that, we go to Lower Your Eyelids to Die with the Sun by M83. In terms of levitating songs and late night drive songs, they have an amazing catalog. Moving on from there, you go into some Tame Impala. I think you need some Tame Impala here. I have New Person, Same Old Mistakes, and Nangs off of Currents. Moving on from there, a very spiritual song, amazing vocals, The Mission by Bakar. Following that is going to be Beanie by Shaziel. After that, we have Pluto Projector by Rex Orange County, kind of going into more of like an indie alternative sound there. Then we have Blur by the Marias. After that, Moonlight by Kali Uchis. Beautiful song, psychedelic, nice slow tempo. After that, you need some Mac DeMarco, Chamber of Reflection, Mac DeMarco, and then for the first time, Mac DeMarco. Moving on from there, we're taking the eras a bit further back, and now Fade Into You by Mazzy Star, some alternative rock. Heaven or Las Vegas by Cocteau Twins. After that, Show Me How by Men I Trust. Moving on from there, Levitation by Beach House. You absolutely need Beach House on here, in my opinion. Then I have some Pink Floyd, bro. The Great Gig in the Sky by Pink Floyd. Then I move on with Space Oddity by David Bowie, one of my favorite songs for this. And then ending it off with 24 by Kanye West. Feels like a perfect closer.
You feel like that's the perfect one, eh? All right, let's keep going on with this next one. I love the playlist, by the way. I think those are wonderful songs.
W.
Hold on a second. Why isn't my playlist loading up on Apple? Wait, I'm just going to refresh the app on this. Yeah, I think like there was certain artists you had to go to for this one that was just like
Different. Yeah, they play in a
It
different
was-
realm.
it-
This is my least hip-hop playlist, besides the
I have
R&B.
some hip hop and then I also have some other shit in here.
Yeah.
So this playlist clocks in at 1 hour and 29 minutes. This is where I'm gonna have Level by ASAP Rocky, absolute floater of a song, Mike Dean production on there. Then I have Mr. Rager by Kid Cudi, birthed the whole SpongeBob levitating meme. This was the song that did it. Drugs You Should Try It by Travis Scott, Eventually by Tame Impala. I Need a Forest Fire by James Blake featuring Bon Iver, beautiful production. Nikes by Frank Ocean, Reborn by Kid See Ghost. Never Ender by Justice, Tame Impala, and the K-Tronada remix of this one. Guilty Conscious by 070 Shake. Then after that, Silver Soul by Beach House. Everything's in Its Right Place by Radiohead. Miss Summer by Odie. Then after that, Die For You by Joji. Have you ever listened to this record?
I have heard that song.
Bro, the synths on this record
Beautiful.
are fucking crazy. Tessellation by Mild High Club. You listened to that record
Nope.
too? Oh, bro, you're going to love that. Sober by Childish Gambino. One of my favorite ever Childish Gambino songs ever. Float On by Modest Mouse. Love this record. I actually put it as a sound on one of my IG posts. Just crazy record. After that, Another Night by Clara Lasan. This is an all-time floater, bro, for me at this point. One of my favorite songs of the year. Developed by Deadmau5. I had to choose something that sort of gets you in a vibe, bro. You're escaping reality. Incredible. Then after that, Clocks by Coldplay. And then after that, I ended it off with Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd.
All W's.
I think it's, honestly, yeah.
All W's all around, bro.
You needed the Beach Houses. You needed the
Yep.
Pink Floyds.
And by the way, they're up on screen right now. You guys
Yeah.
let us know who has the better playlist here. But yeah, this is one where, again, you could find some hip-hop, but even your list was it was kind of
I have three. Well, I have Nikes and Reborn. If you want to consider Nikes
yeah,
a
that's
bit of
it.
hip hop.
They have like 4 songs. That's about what I have.
Yeah, it's around 4 or 5 songs. I think you got to go into like alternative R&B, electronica, like stuff like that to be able to find the best of that said.
For sure. But yeah,
mood.
Pink Floyd was definitely a lock here.
Okay, so Nick, what do you think, bro?
I have to keep it real with you guys. There's not a lot of these songs that I've ever heard already, at least by
Okay.
name. So
Say less.
I'm giving it to Lou. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Lou, you win, bro.
I get a sympathy vote.
Yeah,
on
He
that
gets,
one.
he gets the sympathy. But fuck
Okay.
it. All right, where we at?
Let's end off with the R&B playlist.
Ooh,
Last
I
one
think
for
this
today.
is this is where I strive, bro.
I really cooked here, and I had a kind of a theme, even though it was R&B. I wanted to make a playlist that you can grow with, in the sense of like
Whoa,
start off
pause.
with. Okay, pause.
Pause.
I started off with like modern R&B and slowly went like down in eras. So I have like 2020s all the way down to the 70s
Okay,
R&B.
yeah, you
this
see-
is like a lifetime worth of R&B slappers.
Okay, I started off old to new.
Oh, you did the opposite.
the
Wow,
old to new
okay.
vibe. Okay, but go for it, yeah.
I'll start it off. Niagara Falls by The Weeknd, one of my favorite modern R&B records, one of my favorite songs and most played off of Hurry Up Tomorrow. Then I have Fam Jam 4000 by Jordan Ward. We've been trying to put people onto Jordan for a long time. Incredible up-and-coming R&B artist. Then I have Right My Wrongs by Kamari. Very fantastic soul sample there. Then Don't Let Me Fall by Cleo Soul. You need Cleo Soul here, in my opinion. It's a must for modern. Then Been Away by Brent Faiyaz. Then I have Take Me Away by Daniel Caesar, probably my favorite off of Freudian. Then Pink Plus White, Frank Ocean. Then I move into Cranes in the Sky by Solange. Then I move on to Jungle by Drake. Then you got to have some JT in here, Until the End of Time. Moving on from there, we have Calling on You by John B, which Drake famously sampled. Then we have Didn't You Know by Erykah Badu in the 2000s. Now going into the 90s, One in a Million by Aaliyah had to be here. Then we have I Want to Be Down by Brandy. Then we have Like a Tattoo by Sade. Then we have Sweet Love by Anita Baker, bro.
A wonderful record.
Beautiful song. Then Never Too Much by Luther Vandross.
Beautiful record.
Then I ended off with some classics. Isn't She Lovely, Stevie Wonder, Let's Stay Together, Al Green, and What's Going On, Marvin Gaye.
Beautiful playlist. All right, let me start this off. Let's go into mine, R&B playlist, all right? So starting off with After the Dance by Marvin Gaye, closing record on that Marvin record. After that, Untitled How Does It Feel by D'Angelo. Then after that, One in a Million by Aaliyah. Need some Aaliyah in here, absolutely.
One in a million, baby.
After that, My Boo by Alicia Keys and Usher.
Okay.
All-time R&B record. Wonderful, wonderful song. On and On by Erykah Badu. And then after that, Didn't You Know by Erykah Badu. Did a little Erykah run there. After that, Killing Me Softly with this song by the Fugees. Kiss of Life by Sade. Need some Sade in here. After that, Time and Trust by Naomi Sharon. After that, Make It Better by Anderson .Paak featuring Smokey Robinson. So that was like my transition song into now the newer stuff, because you have an all-time legendary R&B and soul artist collaborating with one of the best R&B artists of the new decade. So now it transitions into this phase of the playlist. Gang Over Love by Brent Faiyaz. Always by Daniel Caesar. Lost Me by Giveon. Spirit 2.0 by Sampha. Jungle by Drake. Had to include. I know it's a basic pick.
Yep, me
but
too.
This is
I
like
have it too.
If it's an all-time R&B playlist, I want it there. White Ferrari by Frank Ocean. Could have had this in my Levitating playlist. After that, What You Need by The Weeknd. It needs some like old Toxic Weeknd material. My favorite from the trilogy. Persian Rugs by Party Next Door. 2 a.m. by SZA. Felt like it would be criminal not to have some control on here. One of my favorite R&B records from the later half of the 2010s. And then after that, I ended off with a great recommendation for you guys. Funkintology by Black Odyssey. Incredible record. And that's going to be my R&B playlist.
W. We have them up on screen right now. Ant's R&B playlist, my R&B playlist. Interesting that we both had the idea to kind of go through eras and sequence it
Because
that
I
way.
like it like that. But with R&B, it was easier. And like
Yeah.
the Make It Better pick I found was just a great fucking transition. So there we go.
Bro, you've obviously heard Calling on You, right? John B?
Yes, I have.
Bro,
Yes.
What a song, bro.
What a wonderful record.
What a fucking song.
I feel like you went for more classics as well, though. You went for more
I do
like,
have more
like
classics.
R&B genre.
I mean, it's
classics.
kind of split, like decade for decade. I have maybe 4 to 5 songs in each one. But yeah, bro. Camera Good Ones Go, that fucking sample. I had to put that there. And then, yeah, Jungle as well. One in a Million, Aaliyah classic. Nick, what do you have?
I have you, Lou.
There you go.
I have you. So I think you may have won this based on my rankings.
Based on your
my
rankings.
books.
But guys, let us know in the comments, who do you think won today? Would you guys actually add these playlists into your rotation? And obviously feel free to go ahead and make them. Just pause the video at any moment that you have our playlist listed, and let us know which picks do you agree with, which ones do you not agree with, and should we do anything like this ever again? Let us know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Peace out.